Layering is really important when it comes to Illustrator. So I want to make a design. I'm going to have the background to be a particular color, so I'm going to go to the rectangle tool, make it a rectangle. I'm going to make a rectangle that's going to fill the whole background, and currently nothing is filled. I'm going to fill it with, let's just make it a nice greenish yellow. Oh, that's terrible. That's a little bit nicer. Even better. Nice. Okay. So that's going to be my background. Then I'm going to use my pen tool and just make a shape here. Connect that line to make a complete shape. I've made a complete shape. I'm going to position it on my artboard. I'm going to change the color, adjust the color slightly. Okay. Make it a little bit darker. Adding some black into it. Okay. I have a shape. I want to put a circle on that. I'm going to go to my circle tool, my ellipse tool, the Great American Ellipse. So I can have that. If I want it to be a complete circle, instead of trying to guess if that's a complete circle, what I can do is hold the Shift key when I make this. And if I hold the Shift key while I'm adjusting the size of this, it's always going to be a perfect circle. Okay, so I've made a big circle. I'm going to adjust that. I'm going to continue to hold the Shift key and make the circle even bigger. And I'm going to make it more blue. Also a little less black. There we go. Now, I've made a shape here. I'm going to make one more shape. I'm going to make a square. I'm going to use the rectangle tool. Again, instead of trying to guess, is that a perfect square or not, I'm going to hold the Shift key, and that will tell me that that is a perfect square. Okay, I'm going to adjust this and make that a little more red. Okay. So, let's say I've made all of my shapes, but I want this shape right here to be in front. Okay. What I need to do is slide this in front. One way to do that would be Object, Arrange, Bring Forward. So that's going to bring it forward in front of whatever shape was put in front of it, in this case the circle. So now it goes in front of the circle. Notice though that it's still behind this red square. So what I'm going to have to do is do that again. Object, bring forward again. So now it's in front of that square. Well, that's easy enough when there's only 3 shapes here. But when you have a ton of shapes, what you have to do is Object, oops, need to select that. Object, Arrange, Bring to the front. That's going to move it all the way in front of all the other objects. So now it skipped in front of all these other shapes and went all the way to the front. If you'll notice when I hit that, so let's say I want to make this square go behind the circle, Object, Arrange, Send Backward, and that would go behind the circle. If you did that and said send to the back, it disappears, only because it went behind this big rectangular shape. Okay, so there it is. So you don't want it to go all the way to the back. So I'm going to go Object, Arrange, Bring Forward. Now it's going to be in front of that green backdrop. Okay, I have these the way I want them. There you go. If you have this backdrop and you like the backdrop and you don't want to, anytime you're clicking, you accidentally click on this and you accidentally move it, if you want to make this locked into place so that you don't have to worry about clicking on it and moving it around, you can go to Object, Lock, Selection. So now what happens is anytime I click on the screen, it's not going to be moved at all. I only have to worry about these objects now. if you want to, for whatever reason, change this or move this out, you go Object, Unlock All.